All right, Salakia, brother called me. But we back on. All right, I'm going to pick up where I left off. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 29. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots. All right, meaning what? Those Arabs, man. With those Arabs, it's a mixture. Those Arabs is a mixture of Elamites and a mixture of um, Ishmaelites, man. Okay? Which is you're going to have a large multitude in their army. Okay? And not only just them, but they're going to be joined with other nations as well, man. All right? It says, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth. And that, it says that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Okay? And guess what, man? All right? Them Arabs, they wild. When it comes to war, they're I don't want to say they're immune to it. I don't think that's the right word to say, but maybe it is. They're immune to warfare, man. All right. So therefore, that it's in their nature to go to war. So the Lord is going to rock. The Lord is going to cause these Arabians, okay, which you have a mixture of nations of the Arabs or Arabians. They're going to come up in their multitudes, and they're going to come up, all right, and they're going to go to war with NATO and the EU, man, in this World War III. Verse 30, it says, also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. And those Carmanians will be the Iranians, okay, or the Persians. So with that being said, the Lord is going to rouse them up as well. And they're going to assemble, and they're going to come up against this place, all right, during World War III, man. And the Lord said that they shall go forth as wild boars of the wood, okay? Meaning the Lord is going to give them the strength to basically overcome. The Lord is going to give them the strength and the power, all right, and a great multitude of army to overcome America, man. As it's going to continue to say, it says, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, right? And shall waste a portion of the land of Assyrians, which this is the land of Assyrians. Okay, this is modern day Assyria, just as if it's modern day Babylon. Okay, this is the land that's going to be wasted by way of these different nations coming together. And it's the Lord doing these things, man. Okay. So even these Carmanians, the Iranians, they're going to join in battle, all right, with the Arabians. All right, it's even prophesied how they're going to be joined with Russia. You read Ezekiel the 38th chapter. Okay, it talks about how Magog and the different armies that's going to be joined with Magog during that time. So there's no hope for this place, America, and the chief house of Edom during this time of World War III. There's not going to be no hope. All right, 2nd Ezra 15, verse 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand. So it's prophesied that these nations, all right, will have the upper hand in the time of this war. It says, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. So the Lord is going to lift up these different nations to waste this place, okay, and to persecute this place. And once that's been accomplished, verse 32, it says, then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. All right. It says, and from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them and consume some of them, and in their host shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. So eventually what's going to end up happening, okay, is these different nations is going to put America in fear. These different nations is going to waste and spoil, okay, the American military, NATO and EU, their allies, and this land by way of nuclear missiles, okay? And they're going to put this place in fear. The civilians of America will be put in fear. The politicians will be put in fear. The elites will be put in fear. Let alone the American military and their allies will be put in fear. But it's the Lord doing these things, man. Okay? And then guess what? When the Lord uses these different nations, The Lord's going to come back. Yahushua going to come back and overthrow the different nations that he used to overthrow this place, man. According to prophecy. Verse 34 says, behold, clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. Those chariots gonna come back. In the midst of this war, Yahushua and a band of angels are gonna come back on chariots, so-called UFOs, all right, and they're gonna finish off these nations, all right, put to death these different nations, man, okay, and deliver the elect, the chosen 144,000, okay, that carry this new psalm, that carry this prophecy and this testimony. Not to make mention how that's another frenzy in the earth that everybody's riled up about, the chariots. Okay, now you got the U.S. government. All right, they're trying to issue out a state of emergency because of these different UFO sightings, so-called UFO sightings. All right, you have Donald Trump. He's issuing forth the space army. Okay. So they do plan on fighting up against these chariots, and they know, they're fully aware, all right, that these chariots are going to hold different technology and capabilities that they cannot really mess with, man. All right. But getting back on topic, or as far as this war is going to take place, the Lord is going to use these other nations, okay, to destroy this place. And to destroy the pride of this place. And then Yahushua is going to come back and destroy those nations. But it all starts now, okay, with these little proxy wars, I'll say. With the wars and rumors of wars. And that's what we have now in this article in which I'm reading, man. All right, and I'm going to reread the title. Israeli military strikes Yemen hours after Houthi attack targets Israel. Right, so this is not going to be the end. All right, it's going to continue to get a lot more intense as far as these different proxy wars is going to turn into an all-out war, according to prophecy, man. All right, so Lord willing, is an edifying lesson. You know, nothing too long, short, straight to the point. Lord willing, is edifying. All right, Lord willing, it was exhorting as well. Okay, because at the end of the day, Yahushua is going to get the victory. At the end of the day, Yahushua, he's going to come back and set down these other nations, man. Put down these other nations. And he's going to reign supreme. All right. Matter of fact, I'll close out with this scripture since I made that statement. All right, this is Psalms. So like it, bear with me. This is Psalms chapter 46, and I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, the heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The power of Jacob is our refuge, Selah. So that's what's going to happen, man. All right. It says the heathen raged, meaning what? These different nations right now, they in the uproar. They at war with each other. Why? Because they want to rule next. They want to be the next ruling superpower of the earth. Okay? But guess what? It says the kingdoms were moved. Meaning what? These different heathens and their kingdoms were crushed and put down. Okay? They were destroyed. It said he uttered his voice and the earth melted. And ultimately, that's what's going to happen when Yahushua come back on them chariots. According to 2 Ezra's 13th chapter, how the chariot of the fathership Yahushua is going to come on, is going to open up, and laser beams going to be shooting out, man. And that's how the Lord is going to be taking down these other nations and destroying their ass and their armies. Okay, and destroying these different land masses as well that's been defiled under these different heathens, man. So that's going to be the end all be all. It says the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies is with us. The Lord is with us, man. All right. those that are actually the Israelites that are seeking his face in righteousness, man, and seeking his will in prophecy. That's who the Lord is with. It says the power of Jacob is our refuge, Salah. So we gotta wait upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. That's where our protection is. The power of Jacob, which is Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah. He's gonna come and be our protection, our refuge during this time when all these other nations is going to fucking war. All right. Matter of fact, I'll close out with this. This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord. So us being defenseless, being powerless, we don't have no military. Okay, we don't have our own land. We don't have, we can't form militia groups and militant groups. All right, especially with the curses being on us. So we have to wait upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah to fight for us. All right. Scriptures say, hold thy peace and the Lord shall fight for you. Exodus 14:14. So the same way we had to hold our peace for the Lord to deliver us out the Egyptian captivity, is the same way we got to hold our peace for the Lord to deliver us out of this captivity, man. And the Lord is going to deliver us out this captivity by way of this World War III and Yahweh Shah coming back, man. All right. So we got to wait upon the Lord. It says, therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up against the prey. And the day that the Lord rise up against the prey is called the day of the Lord. All right. That's when Yahweh Shah is going to return. That's when all these nations, all right, there's going to be a state of emergency and they're all going to flee to Western Asia, the so-called Middle East, and they're going to go to war there, man. All right. It says, for my determination is to gather the nations. And that's what the Lord is doing now. He's gathering the nations. All right. You got certain nations pulling out of NATO and the EU. Okay. You got certain nations joining with Russia, North Korea, China. All right. And they're joining with the superpowers that's against this place, man. And they all have nuclear capability. You know, they all have German scientists to help them advance in their arsenal. So this is the Lord gathering the nations, right? It says that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation. So the reason why the Lord is assembling them in the Middle East is so when Yahweh Shah comes back, that he could do away with all of them, man, and put their ass down to shame, them and their armies, man. Okay. And then the elites are going to be what? They're going to be brought forth out of their bunkers, out of wherever they hide themselves, the elites, starting with chiefly the house of Esau, Edom, and they're going to go straight into slavery. All right. Continual employment, as it says in Ezekiel, the 39th chapter. They're going to have to bury the bodies, all right, from the casualties of that war, and so forth and so on, man. All right, but first and foremost, the Lord is assembling them so that he could pour upon them his indignation, which is that judgment, that fire. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. All right, which means what? Everybody's going to witness this judgment. Everybody's going to take place in this judgment, man. Okay? And everybody's going to know the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Everybody's going to know that this is the Lord doing this, man. All right? And everybody's going to glorify Yahweh by Yahweh Shah once again. And that's why all of this is taking place. It's for the glorification of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Scriptures say that the Lord is a man of war. All right? So Lord willing, with that, it was an edifying lesson. Closing out, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechak Wadash, Shalom, Shalom. Once again, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this a month. Shalom. Peace, love, salutations. On to the next one.